Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're talking about something, maybe a feeling you've been carrying around for a while but couldn't quite, put a name to.
Mm-hmm. Like those mornings when, even if everything seems fine on the surface, just getting out of bed feels heavier, a little harder each day.
Yeah, exactly. And your inner world, it feels kind of closed off, like a phone battery that's flashing red, about to die.
Right. That really captures it. And we should be clear, this isn't just fatigue. It's not just being tired.
No, it's deeper. We're talking about burnout. It's that sense of being indifferent to things, lacking excitement, just this sort of constant feeling of emptiness.
And psychologically speaking, it's defined as, well, a state of exhaustion. We're talking physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion that comes from long-term stress.
That feeling of disconnection, too, like I've drifted away from myself, that really hits home for some people.
It does. And what's tricky, I think, is how easily it can fly under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the outside, you might seem completely normal, still going to work, still seeing friends.
Right, still functioning. But inside, it's a totally different story, a real struggle.
So some key things maybe to watch out for. That real reluctance to get up in the mornings you mentioned.
Yeah, or just constantly feeling tired, not just physically, but sort of soul tired.
Exactly. And a lack of enthusiasm for, well, pretty much anything. Things you used to enjoy just don't spark anything anymore.
There can also be this growing indifference, can't there, towards your job, maybe even friends, or just life in general.
Definitely. And maybe the most profound part is that sense of alienating yourself from yourself. It's not just feeling cut off from the world, but from your own inner experience.
It sounds quite isolating.
It really can be.
Mm-hmm.
But if any of this is sounding familiar to you listening, the crucial thing to remember is you're absolutely not alone. Millions of people feel this way.
Mm-hmm. But there's this stigma, isn't there? People worry it looks like, I don't know, weakness or like they can't cope.
Right. Which makes talking about it hard.
Yeah?
But there are first steps you can take. And the very first one is just noticing it.
Yeah.
Acknowledging it.
Just seeing it for what it is.
Okay.
Okay. And the second?
Show yourself some compassion. Be kind to yourself about it. It's really easy to fall into self-blame, thinking, oh, I'm just lazy, or I need to push harder.
But this isn't laziness, is it? You said it earlier, it's tiredness.
Okay.
Like a deep tiredness.
Exactly. So instead of running away from yourself or trying to power through,
Right.
maybe slow down. Don't be afraid to take a break if you need it, if that's possible.
And reaching out, that's important too. Getting help. Sharing what you're going through with someone you trust.
Yeah. There's this idea that sometimes stopping, actually pausing, is the best way to move forward. It feels counterintuitive, but
It makes sense. You have to recharge. You're not a machine after all. Resting is, well, it's your right, isn't it? It's a basic need.
absolutely, it's fundamental.
So as we wrap this up, maybe it leaves you asking yourself a pretty direct question, one that came up in our source material. Am I really okay?
Mm-hmm. And if the honest answer deep down is no, that's okay. It's really not a bad thing. In fact, it could be the start of something important.
The beginning of a change.
Exactly. The beginning of figuring out how to feel better. So maybe sit with that question for a bit.
And if this conversation resonated with you today, maybe think about sharing it. You never know who else might be feeling this way and just needs to hear they're not alone.
Yeah. It could make a real difference for someone else starting to recognize it in themselves.